Houston has always had difficulty in trying to maintain healthy air quality. We have a number of industrial facilities, around 450 on the Houston Ship Channel. As a result of Harvey-related damage, there was a release of several million pounds worth of air toxics into the air around Houston.
Out in the Ship Channel, you've got thousands of these storage tanks, and many of those tanks had leaks during the storm. They malfunctioned under just these deluges of feet at a time of rain, and so you have lots of product both leaking out as liquid and leaking out into the air and causing air pollution problems from that.
I opened my door to go and check on the water because it was flooding. My yard was flooding the night before, sidewalk covered with water all around. So the next day when I woke up, opened the door to check on my yard. Thank God the water had receded. And first thing when I opened the door, my nose, my face, I felt like, something had hit my face because the smell was very strong. And I said, what is that? Where that smell it's coming from? To tell you the truth, I was very scared.
Post-Harvey, EDF actually organized the largest and most robust air monitoring campaign of any agency or organization. The reason for that is that we did not see that EPA nor the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality were out doing active surveillance of some of the places where we knew there might be an air quality problem. We worked with local officials as well as with a technology partner out of California called Entanglement Technologies to bring in a mobile air monitoring unit to collect information about specific chemicals in the air in communities in the Houston region.
We're here with the Aroma Chemical Analyzer. It's a tool that we've developed to detect chemicals in the environment. It's a tool that lets us detect chemicals very rapidly, very accurately, and with very high specificity, so we can positively identify which chemicals there are in the atmosphere and determine if those are chemicals which threaten your health. On Monday, September 4th, about a week after Harvey was in the area, we found concentrations of benzene that were up to 300 parts per billion in a neighborhood of Manchester, which is adjacent to a refinery in the Houston area. And those are more than 1,000 times higher than what you'll experience every day driving to work. And those concentrations are already above the levels that we'd like to see. And there is a cancer risk across the population because of those levels. And these levels were much higher than those levels.
We were concerned about air quality primarily because a lot of these facilities are located near neighborhoods and near communities, literally fence line communities immediately adjacent to these facilities.
It ended up being very, very bad. The smells really got bad out here. A lot of people on this private parent group was complaining on how people were feeling nauseous, their eyes were burning, and I mean, even people that usually don't smell the chemicals were smelling them because it was so intense.
Like people were saying, like we got to go inside for like 30 minutes because like if we inhale the smell, it's gonna hurt our bodies or whatever.
So one critical area of need is actually better information about what is going on at the community or neighborhood level. Oftentimes we have stationary networks of monitors that are dispersed around a city, but they don't really give you as good of a picture in terms of the air quality in your specific neighborhood, for example. So in the case of the Manchester community, even if the monitors had been up, they might not have captured the high readings that were detected by the mobile unit that was on the ground actually in the neighborhood.
Before we left, the air was just heavy with this tar type chemical smell, very pungent. And when you breathe in, it stings your nose and it causes you to always have to clear your throat.
Right.
Oh, it was very strong.
Hurricane Harvey, it really sort of devastated this community. It wreaked havoc.
One of the reasons why this information was extremely valuable was that as folks were trying to rebuild their homes, spending a lot of time outside, they actually had a lot of very good information about the quality of air that could impact their personal health.
Harvey exacerbated a problem that we have here all the time. We have large amounts of air toxics and other pollutants being released in events that are called exceptional but are far too ordinary. We need to be careful not to learn the wrong lesson from Harvey, is that Harvey was an extreme flood event that we need to be better prepared for, but we can't be sure that next time we're going to dodge the surge, we're going to dodge a straight-on hit from a hurricane. Someday Houston will be hit by a serious hurricane, and we need some sort of protection that makes less of those refineries and chemical plants vulnerable to that surge.